Today on the channel, we take a bullet train straight to Japan for the Marvel Legends Japanese Spider-Man unboxing and review.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got the Japanese Spider-Man. But for all your Spider-Man needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And of course, anything over $39 does ship free. Got to get a deal. And today, this is a very, very interesting one, as this is Japanese Spider-Man. A Spider-Man I am still not very familiar with, but I remember it being a small kid, and I remember going to my local grocery store. Back in the day, they used to have magazine sections. I was checking out my pro wrestling magazines, comic books, things like that. You know, while your dad might be shopping or your mom might be shopping, you're checking that stuff out, waiting for them, looking at the baseball cards, things like that. You know what little kids did back in the day. But I remember there was a magazine of like Spider-Man. It was like Spider-Man throughout the years. This probably was the late 80s, I'd imagine. And I remember flipping through and seeing a picture of the Japanese Spider-Man from the TV show over in, obviously, Japan. And I remember thinking it was so weird but so cool at the same time. I was like, I know that's Spider-Man, but he looks like totally different than any Spider-Man I've ever seen before in my life. And then, of course, over the years, you've seen, you know, bits and pieces, maybe a YouTube video or documentaries on Spider-Man things, and I've seen clips from the Japanese Spider-Man TV show, but I never actually saw a full episode. I'd love to check it out because it kind of had it reminded me a little bit of like the Incredible Hulk. Maybe that was just kind of the picture quality of it all back in the 80s, but it would be really cool to check out that series. I'm sure it's nothing that's going to be life-changing or anything like that, but I definitely distinctly remember that as a little kid, just thinking how strange it was and thinking, man, I wish I could really see this on my TV. And I remember originally thinking it was actually a TV show here in America, like the Incredible Hulk and things like that, that maybe I could watch, but never did get to see it. I remember hearing somebody at the old playground, all the playground, you never know. But I remember somebody saying it was on Sci-Fi for a little bit, the Sci-Fi Network. I don't know if that ever checked out or not, but I've still never seen this series, but I'm not opposed to it. So there you go. A little backstory on this Spider-Man here. And of course, this is part of the 60th anniversary of the Spider-Man line. We've unboxed all of them on the channel. I think this is the last one we still have to do. So we're going to get this one done, and we're going to do it like we normally do it. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So let's check out this old Spider-Man here. Of course, cardboard packaging, coffin packaging on this Spider-Man, but we got a nice looking Spider-Man on the front. It looks similar but different. Similar but different. Then you got, I assume that's Spider-Man in Japanese. You got that spot varnish 60th anniversary Spider-Man logo we've been seeing on a lot of this stuff. There's the Soldier Boy look of the figure right there. There he is throwing up the X sign. He's throwing up the X. Somebody got hurt. He's throwing it up right there. Marvel Legends logo down below. No blurb, nothing like that. That is really disappointing on this. I just wish there was something that says a little bit more about this, but not in the cards today. We do get a lot of different accessories here, UPCs, nothing fun down there. So let's bust him out. Let's see what's going on with this Spider-Man, or let me just drop the figure. Maybe we'll do that too. Do a little bit of all that stuff. Pull him out right here. All right. Nothing else in there, so see you later. Goodbye. Spider-Man style, how fitting. See you later. Goodbye. And we'll pull the figure out, maybe, out of this cardboard prison. See you later. We'll get him. What is going on? See you later. Why is he not sliding out like I want him to? Why is he not cooperating? There we go. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. You got a little parchment paper action here. Got the webs, got the hands. Like to see that. See you later. Bam! Off the screen. And Spider-Man coming home here as well. And bam! See you later. Goodbye. All right. We're going to start it off with the accessories as we usually do here. He does have two open hands on him, and then he came to fight. He came ready to go. He's got two fists you can swap into Spider-Man here. It's your typical Spider-Man fist. Got the webbing throughout. An interesting color, which we'll dive into here shortly. Then we do got some of these spider effects, so you can put these on the wall, put a little sticky stack, have them up there on your display, do whatever you want, but you do get some cool enough accessories. I think we've seen these before fairly recently. I can't put it to my brain exactly, but somewhere in 2022, I think we saw these. Might have been a little different color here, as this is all white. Very, very white. Usually these are kind of a clearer color. This time it is all white. We've seen the Spider-Man accessory right here a million times, literally million with an M. We've had this for a lot of years, so they're still getting the most out of their molds with this guy, once again in all that white color. Now we dive into the old Spider-Man figure, and that's the main eventer right here. And it does bring me back, like I talked about earlier, it reminds me of that Spider-Man, just seeing the still images back in the day. I'd say, man, that looks like Spider-Man, but it looks so different. And especially the Spider-Man logo on the chest. That's one thing that is so different here. And then the mouth. There's kind of the lack of mouth and the eyes. It's Spider-Man, but it's not quite Spider-Man that, especially in North America or the Midwest where I'm from, that we think of with Spider-Man here. It just definitely does feel a little bit different. But we're going to walk through the articulation first here real quick. The arms do go all the way around. You got the bicep back and forth. Boy, oh boy, very tight elbow joints, but we do got double jointed pinless elbows. You know I'm here for that. We do get the hands that go back and forth. Hands are removable as well. Side to side on the head, up and down, all that fun stuff. We do got a traditional ab crunch. You can hear it. So we do got the ab crunch, no hula hoop action on that one. We do get the side to side at the waist. He can do the big old Spider-Man splits if need be. We do got a thigh cut. We do got double jointed pinless knees. Once again, very tight. No boot cut, and then you get ankles side to side, back and forth. No toe articulation. So we're seeing a lot of these Spider-Man figures go from super articulation back to the old days to in between to super articulation to not a ton of articulation like we're seeing with this Japanese Spider-Man. So that is a little bit interesting how they go back and forth with some of these. I know that's not going to be for everybody for sure. No butterfly shoulders on this one or anything like that either. Maybe that Spider-Man over in Japan wasn't quite as flexible. I don't know. Maybe that was the case there. But it's definitely interesting here with the blue and the red color. It's almost an orangish red on this Spider-Man, and that's what really stuck out when I was a kid. Still sticks out with this one now. As I keep saying, you know it's Spider-Man, but there's just something a little different about this one. We talked about the Spider-Man logo in the chest, Spider-Man logo in the back. Both a little bit different as well, but once again, you still know it is Spider-Man when you see them. But very, very interesting look. I've always really liked the blue coloring on this one. Very, very cool blue color to this guy on Spider-Man, but boy, is it different. Boy, does it feel just foreign, and it is foreign. It's a foreign Spider-Man, so it should feel foreign, but very, very different than we're accustomed to here. And I love that they took the risk, and I don't know if it's really a risk, but for the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man, they gave us this version. I think that is really cool. But where do you put this in your collection? I guess kind of off by himself. Do you put it with your comic book Spider-Man? Do you put it with the MCU? I mean, I don't know. It's a TV show, so it kind of fits in that kind of world. I don't know. And are we going to get an old school Incredible Hulk, a Lou Ferrigno Incredible Hulk in the Marvel Legends line? I don't think any of us would be opposed to that. Give us that Incredible Hulk. I'd be here for that. Give us Thor. I think Thor was in an episode back in the day. Of course, the old Captain America movie. Even the deleted Fantastic Four movie. We could see some figures from those lines. I would be okay with that. It'd be kind of cool to have like a 70s, 80s Marvel superhero shelf in the Marvel Legends scale. I think that would be an alright thing to do. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%, and he does fit on those stands if need be. So do get that check out of the way. I did forget to mention the soles of his feet. Looks a little strange with that white. Almost looks like shoes around here with the white going on. I would have liked to seen that all Spider-Man, but I don't know if that's exactly how it goes. But it would have looked, maybe that's how it is though. I guess once again, I'm by no means an expert, but it does look a little strange with the white soles of the feet here. I did grab Spider-Man. Probably my favorite Spider-Man from Marvel Legends so far is the Spinneret 2-pack Marvel Legend. Of course, tons more flexibility, tons more posability on that one. But it's definitely Spider-Man, just a different look to him compared to this old Japanese one. Totally different generational Spider-Mans, total different universes, basically totally worlds apart in more ways than one. So definitely some differences between these two, but I still absolutely love this one here. But this one's growing on me a little bit, and I did forget to mention his wrist thing right here. It's very mechanical. That's one of those telltale signs of the Japanese Spider-Man back in the day is the little ankle, how about wrist bracelet he's got going on here. Nice color to it in yellow. It does say Spider-Man in there, so that is interesting. It does spin around. You could remove this with the hand if you really needed to or wanted to. But a good flashback trip down memory lane Spider-Man definitely brings back some emotions of me sitting at the old newsstand as a little kid looking at pictures of this guy once upon a time. So very, very cool, very different, and I think a perfect fan channel exclusive. This is one of those Spider-Mans that you don't need as a full-on worldwide release. I think just keeping it tight as a fan channel worked for this one. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? What are your thoughts on this Spider-Man? You picking it up? You passing? You playing the long game? Did you ever watch the Japanese show? I'm sure there's people out there, and I'm sure they're going to say, yeah, it was pretty bad, it was pretty terrible, but I'd be interested what villains were in it. Was it just play by night, run by night, just standard like robbers and stuff, or were they actual Spider-Man villains in the series? I'd be interested to know that if you do know the answer to that one. But let me know your thoughts on Japanese Spider-Man in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far, you might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day and then some. And then we've got even more videos over on the old Patreon, exclusive videos, giveaways, Q&As, you name it, a lot going on the old Patreon channel. And best of all, you do support the channel when you're a member of the Patreon. And then you can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget about social media. SirPaul64 is where you're going to find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Spider-Man, Japanese style, I am Kyle, and I will see you guys all real soon.